Have you ever wondered how the unit rate of construction item is actually calculated? In this video, I will show you the complete rate analysis of site clearance for the road project, step by step. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand how to break down labor, equipment, overhead and profit, and to arrive to the final unit rate of any project. So first of all, we'll write the format of the rate analysis. We'll write description of work, then we'll write the specification clause number, then we'll write the norms. Similarly, we'll write the labor, suppose it be A, and the type of labor, the unit, the quantity, and the rate and the amount. So we'll write these things in the material section as well. Suppose it be B, and again we'll be writing these things in the equipment section. So this is a basic format that you can make. You have to make this table. Okay, now you can write subtotal of A, the subtotal of B, and the subtotal of C, that is subtotal of labor, material, and the equipment. Now you can add the total of A plus B plus C, that is subtotal of A plus B plus C can be added. Then for contractor overhead and profit, 15% can be allocated, that is for 15%. Then the total cost associated with that work is determined. Then you can determine the unit rate. Okay, so this is the journal format that you can make for rate analysis. So you play on this format and just try to execute the things. So yes, what is the type of labor? Maybe skilled, or maybe unskilled. Yeah, our unit is what? Unit is generally it's man day. Yeah, it's generally man day, right? So quantity you have to write, you have to determine the quantity from the norms for the you have to write the norms. If it is for the road project, that may be from your DOR, or it may be from the DUDBC. So what is this rate? The rate you determine from district rates. So these two things you have to fill, right? These two things you have to fill. Okay, so I'm gonna be, you have to input, right? So now the amount will be the quantity into the rate section, right? This is the amount. Okay, so I will be just doing this. So material you have to fill, right? You have to do what? You have to just input the quantity and rate section, right? And the amount will be this. You have to, so suppose you need to copy this. Okay, go to here, so go to right click, speed special, then go to the formulas. Okay, so this quantity into rate will be automatically displayed, right? So again you have to go to the amount section, right? You can control this and you can go right click, paste special, and go to the formula. So the formula will be displaying here, right? So you need to just display this. Is it? So now the amount subtotal of A is what? It is nothing but the sum of amount, right? The sum of amount. And subtotal of B, okay, and the subtotal of B is nothing but the sum of, yeah, so number of this one, right? Again the subtotal of C will be nothing but the sum of all the section in the equipment section, right? So now the ABC, what is the subtotal? Subtotal of ABC, A plus B plus C, that is labor plus material plus equipment, right? So that will be the sum of these three topics, right? This plus this, right? So this is what, now you for the contractor's profit, you need to add this section into 15 percentage. So you can write percentage directly, right? Okay, total cost is what? The amount of subtotal of A plus B plus C and contractor's overhead profit of this one. So unit rate is what? Unit rate is total cost. That will be the total cost divided by the value, the labor cost, the material cost, and the equipment cost. So how you determine the cost and the rate? So you have to input the quantity and the rate and the unit, right? So in the first section, like you say here, okay, the first section, these two, unit and the quantities, these two are determined from the norms, right? So we have the norms and these are determined from the norms. So for building, it is the DODBC norms, and for the road, it is the DOR norms. So if you are just estimating in Nepal, then these things will be happening. For any country, there will be norms, right? So for this labor quantity, labor number, and the right. So this, for these two sections, you know, for these two sections, there is the requirement of norms, right? And the later section, this is the rate section is determined from the district rate, right? So this district rate is required. Okay, so for, let us suppose we need to just make the site clearance, right? So if you are just making the road project, then you need to clear, if there are trees, over here, okay, then these trees should be cleared off, right? These trees should be cleared off. So for that clearing purpose, so what is the amount of area, and what is the area, or what is the number of labor or the people required is given in the norms, right? So these norms provide you an information that these are the numbers of labor that are required, these are the number of material required, right? So in case of this thing, then or these are the number of equipments required for that specific work, so that is given in norms. So norms provide you the framework. Okay, so and after observing the norms, you go through the rate, right? You go through the rate. So rate is given by the project district authority. So if you are just conducting your project in whichever district, that district rate should be employed for that fiscal year, right? If we will be doing site clearance work, right? If we'll be doing site clearance task. Okay, so we are making the road project over here. So for the road project, we need DOR guideline. So the Department of Road has made an specifications and guideline, DOR guideline norms for road and bridge 2075. We need to download this. So this is the norms, yeah. So that we can determine, download it from any website, right? So if we are just what rate analysis for road and bridge, and we are trying to make a rate analysis for site clearance, right? Clearance, yeah. So for site clearance, let's say, okay, so this is for site clearance. Okay, so our task is, let's suppose that we'll be clearing and grubbing road land, including uprooting rank vegetation, grasses, shrubs, samplings, and trees growth up to 300 meters. So this is our task. Okay, so by manual means or by mechanical means, we have the task. So let will be doing by these things. Okay, so this is the task that we have to do. So I will be copying this over here. It is being done by what, which means mechanical means, right? So I'll be writing by mechanical 201 clause, and norm number is what, clause number, I will just write 2.1. this is first part, point first. Okay, so that is first part, and this is for first part we have first and second. Okay, this is second one. Okay, you can write second, and this is a section. So this is how you can write the norms number over here for 10,000 square meter. So this is for 10,000 square meter, right? So 10,000 square meter. So this is for 10,000 square meter. Okay, you write this. Then go to the labor section, that is they are skilled or unskilled. So labor are required, unskilled, for what is the quantity over here, 6. So this is Monday is the unit, and the quantity of labor required for this task is 6. Similarly, so this is skilled or unskilled. So this you required labor, there are unskilled, right? So this section is not required actually. So what I can do is I can just write unskilled labor, right? So I will just, okay, so what is the number of unskilled labor required over here is 6. 6 number unskilled labor are required here, so we write the quantity as 6. So for rate, yes, what, how gonna be you maintaining the rate? For rate, you need to know the district rate, right? District rate of the that particular place. So I'm downloading it and observing what is the unskilled rate. Okay, I just gonna be highlighting these things because that will be used in our project. You can link the sheet to as well. So you just write unskilled, so skilled, or maybe semi-skilled. Okay, so what is the rate of these people? Okay, so you can go here, that is 730, that is, yeah, so for this fiscal years that is 775, yeah. And for the skilled workers that is 1150, and for semi-skilled workers that is 870, yeah. So this is the rate that is given over here, right? So what is our task now is to just employ the rate and make the rate analysis, right? What you're going to be doing is you just put the rate of on skill, okay, write this, and the amount will be popping over there, right? So this is how you're going to be measuring. So for material, so what are the things you require for clearing and of cutting the road, site clearance? So you don't need much material. And for equipment, the dozer or excavator, that is hourly, that is 12. For the equipments, yes, what is the type of equipment that you are using, that is dozer or excavator. You can copy this from here and you can just put over here, right? Okay, what is the unit that you will be using this instrument for? That will be hour. And what is the quantity that will be used for 12, and what is the rate that you're going to be using? So how you're going to be deriving this rate? So rate of the equipment. So what is the rate of the equipment? So that depends upon the equipment hire rate. So what is the hire rate of the equipment? Since you are doing the road project, or you are estimating for the road project, that will be given by the DOR norms, right? You just go to the DOR website, DOR equipment hire rate, then you can see the hire rate. Okay, so what you have to determine is what the hire rate of what dozer or excavator you need, right? So for that you just go and write excavator or excavator of this specification. Let us suppose that we need this excavator. Okay, excavator. Okay, from DOR guideline, what is the rate of excavator? You know that it's 2100. This type of excavator is used, right? It is saying that it is excluding the fuel cost of erection, and the commissioning or dismantling. So yeah, no, so you can need the fuel cost or the erection if it is there. If the excavator is consuming the fuel, then you need to write the fuel cost as well, right? So what you can write is, this is excavator, this is the hire rate. Okay, okay, this is hire rate, this may be your fuel cost. Okay, yes, so fuel cost, you can write that as well. So then it will give you the total cost, right? Total cost. If it is other things as well, you need to write that and just estimate it. Or norms for plant and masonry. So you go through norms for rate of plant and masonry. Okay, you go to here. Okay, over this, now you can see what is the fuel cost. Okay, later. Okay, so yeah, we are using excavator, and there we have the fuel cost, right? So this is fuel cost, and this everything is there, right? 40 is the fuel cost, right? So this liter per hour. So in 1 hour, 14.4 liters of fuel consumption is there. So you can convert into its equivalent amount as well. Okay, so for that we can go here, we go to the official page of this. Okay, so diesel price is different in different places. In Kathmandu there is 142. So if I'm using this, yeah, so here you can see that the fuel cost is fuel demand into fuel cost per liter at site and divided by the VAT. Since the VAT have to be added at last, so it is deducted from the fuel cost. So diesel cost is 142. So what we're going to be writing is here that fuel cost per hour is, yeah, so this into 142 is the constant amount, right? And we need to divide these things with VAT of 13%, right? Yeah, so this is the cost. So total cost is this one plus this one. So this is the total cost over here. The unit rate will be, yeah, total cost divided by total square meter of work. So this is the total cost, this is the total square meter. So yeah, 5.92 in this case is the per square meter unit rate of the site clearance. So